Meanwhile, the Senate Finance Committee has approved the proposed budget for 2013 of the Department of Labor and Employment. The amount is 8.083 billion pesos. This is 868 million pesos more than the outlay of the department for this year. During today's committee proceedings, Panel Chair Franklin Drilon sought clarification from Labor Secretary Rosalinda Baldos on the big difference between surveys of the labor force and SWS on the unemployment situation in the country. Baldos said they did not have the same number of households that answered the survey. She added that there's also a big difference between unemployment and underemployment. And the House is expected to approve the proposed 2013 national budget of 2.006 trillion pesos tonight. The expected time is between now and midnight. And joining us tonight is House Appropriations Committee Vice Chairperson, Congresswoman Jocelyn Limkaichung of Negros Oriental. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Robert, and good evening also to the listeners.
Ma'am, what is your update on the current deliberations on the proposed 2013 national budget of 2.006 trillion pesos? Will it be approved tonight?
Yes, we're expecting it to be approved tonight. As a matter of fact, right now, we're just winding up. But as I speak, into the general provision of our GAE that's being discussed.
Ma'am, after its approval... Ma'am? Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
Ma'am, after its approval, what comes next? Will this be a period of amendments?
Yes, after the approval, then the period of amendments will come in, and when we come back by October 8th, hopefully within that period, we will also be able to pass it on third reading.
Ma'am, will there be any major realignments in the budget?
There's a policy that realignments are not allowed from an agency to another agency, but probably for some special provisions, which will be discussed during the period of amendment. Siguro doon na.
Ma'am, education was approved with 292 billion peso budget. Will this address concerns on the lack of classrooms, teachers, and teaching materials as well as textbooks?
Well, they're addressing that. It's probably, that's actually the reason why there's a 15.2% increase from the 2012 budget. It's for DepEd to achieve its policy directions, no? Of, like, for example, eliminating gaps in student fees ratio, both in public, elementary, and high school levels, and also to close the gap by 2013.
And finally, ma'am, Speaker Feliciano Belmonte announced today you will assume the position of chairperson of the Committee on Appropriations since the incumbent chairman, incoming DOTC Secretary Joseph Emilio Bayo, will leave the House in October. Will there be any changes in terms of how the committee has been managed? Will there be any reforms? Or is there a need for reforms?
I don't think so. So far, if there's nothing wrong with the system, that there's nothing to repair, right? So in this case, we will just continue with whatever reforms that have been already started, and we just look forward for the passing of this budget, and at the same time pursue the other agenda after the budget has been passed, which is really go back to the regular programs of the Committee on Appropriations.
And ma'am, any final words to our viewers?
Well, Robert, it's good to inform the people that we're on schedule, and we hope that this budget will be passed swiftly in order for us to move on and have a new budget for 2013, and that will clearly give us a signal to the, and also gives a positive signal to the international community that our country remains firm and deliberate in pursuing the path of reform. So with that, I hope and thank the members of the House of the Representatives for their support and in all the programs of the government.
Okay, on that note, thank you very much for joining us tonight, ma'am, and congratulations as well. That was Congresswoman Jocelyn Limkaichung of Negros.